Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and I just want to say hello to all my billion pounds of besties. I think just gonna add more every week. It's just gonna be millions, billions, trillions, quadrillions. Every week we're just gonna have more pounds of besties. And you're just gonna multiply every single week. But hi, hello, I'm back again to talk about TLC's second most critically acclaimed show about weight loss. Well, third, really, because I'm probably not including my 600-pound life in there. But a critically acclaimed show about weight loss, The 1,000-Pound Besties, starring Tina, Ashley, Megan, and Vanessa. And this week was interesting because it felt like a lot happened, but not really. Like, not really a lot happened at all. I don't know, as in, like, there were 42 minutes of show, and I don't know, I feel like maybe 10 of those 42 minutes were filled with content. I don't know. I hope I'm not sounding too pessimistic about it. I am enjoying all of the women. I think they all bring something to the show. I think there are some things that feel a little bit contrived. I am glad we're getting some, like, wedding content from Megan coming up, but I don't know. Maybe I should just get into the review and then you'll see why I feel the way that I feel, if that makes sense. Is that okay? Or is that alright? Also, let me know how you feel now that I have posted this on a Friday 2 weeks in a row. I decided to start taking a break between covering the sisters and the best friends because I was just feeling a little bit of, like, burnout covering them back to back, and it felt good to, like, insert something in between to have a little bit of a reprieve, if that makes sense. Because I really do enjoy both of the shows, but it does feel a lot like all of the same content back to back to back, and I just need a breather. So we start this episode off still at the Fit Farm. This is like the third episode in a row about the goddamn Fit Farm. And luckily it's not for too long. It's literally like maybe at most the first 10 minutes of the show. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But we start off where last week's episode ended, which was Tina had taken her clothes off as she was getting ready to jump in that goddamn pool.
What is she doing? Is she spiraling right now?
And Tina explained that she felt like she needed to shed her skin after talking to Chris about, like, I don't know, overcoming her fears or whatever. But she couldn't do that, so she decided to take her clothes off instead. She is done with fear, and she's decided that, like, if she gets approved for surgery, she's ready to do it now, which was an ongoing conversation with Tina. She was scared kind of about all the different things that could result from surgery, like things going wrong after the surgery, whoever, whatever. And Tina takes her top off and encourages the other girls to come in with her.
Y'all can either stand here and watch me, or you can get in the pool with me.
Get real.
Channeling my inner Vanessa.
And it's just so wild because, like, literally, well, they end up showing a flashback, but even before they showed the flashback to season 1, all I could think about was in season 1 when Vanessa took off all of her clothes while they were glamping or whatever, and Tina had, like, a conniption. But of course, if Vanessa's invited to take her clothes off, she's gonna participate.
Oh, bitch.
Oh.
Okay.
And honestly, wow, I have missed the naked besties, y'all. It has been too long since we've seen Vanessa be comfortable and free and naked. And even Ashley gets into the water. She doesn't go down to no clothes, but she gets into the water in her underwear. And Vanessa lets us know about her little friend that's floating along with her.
Look. It's just a friend. It just floats.
What was that?
It's my fat.
Oh my God.
Yes, but it just floats. It don't, like, it used to just sink. Now it's like,
Your body's changing, bitch.
And honestly, it was reminding me a lot of little Chris's little chicken breast skin flap friend.
That would make the best chicken breast. Boneless, skinless chicken breast over there.
You a fat bitch.
But of course, we've now got Vanessa talking about wanting skin removal surgery already, because that's just like par for the course with these shows. Like, you lose a lot of weight and then immediately they have the people start talking about skin removal surgery. It makes me think also a lot about how, you know, I don't closely follow Obese to Beast, but he talks a lot about how he has all of this loose skin and he like refuses to get skin removal surgery. Like, he doesn't have a problem with the loose skin. And I think it's interesting. I mean, obviously everybody's different. Everybody can handle different things and everybody cares about different things, but it's interesting to know that, like, somebody like Obese to Beast exists that doesn't have a problem with the loose skin, and yet, like, on these shows, it's always the narrative that, like, loose skin is a problem, loose skin is an issue. I don't know, I just think it's curious and interesting. And eventually Megan feels comfortable also getting into the water. She starts off saying that she's gonna keep her shorts on, and I assume that also meant her bra, like, all of her underwear in general. Like, she had a dress on with, like, some underclothes underneath of it. And this really goes along with the narrative that, like, Megan is insecure about her body. It's something that TLC has been pushing for both seasons, to be honest with you, that she's just, like, not super comfortable with her body, which, like, relatable. I think a lot of people would be like, hey, I'm not gonna get naked even if I'm just with my friends, let alone, like, when I know I'm being filmed for national television. And during this time, Megan does talk about how she feels like seeing Tina overcome some of her fears allows her to, like, overcome some of her insecurities and discomfort just in this little moment. But they still make it seem like she hasn't fully come over it. And I have a lot of questions about, like, why TLC didn't show Megan taking her top off and the shorts, because you can clearly see she's wearing some kind of, like, leopard print underwear that she was not in earlier when they showed her initially getting into the pool.
I'm leaving the shorts on.
Okay.
Everybody knows I have issues with my body. I don't like the way I look, so I cannot believe I'm doing this.
All right, there you showing a little skin. Really proud of our accomplishments. I
Me
really
too.
am, and I'm really happy that Dr. Proctor recommended this place.
Me too.
And they wrap up this segment by all of them doing a little naked pool cuddle session.
Come on, Santoro, bring her in.
There you
I think Megan's touching my. Oh God! Oh God!
Yes.
It goes to the next day, and the last little bit we're getting from the Fit Farm is them doing one quick weigh-in just to see, like, how much they've lost since they got started, and I honestly was very surprised. I felt like they all had a significant weight loss for only allegedly being there for, like, 3 days or whatever. Part of me wonders if they were there longer for 3 days, like maybe it was a week-long thing or something. But I'm gonna give you the quick rundown, and if it looks like I'm reading from something, it is because I can't remember all of these numbers in my head without reading them. So Vanessa came in at 280 pounds, and after being at the Fit Farm, she's down to 274 pounds for a 6-pound loss. Tina was 300 pounds when she came to the Fit Farm, and she's now at 295 for a 5-pound loss. And just with that has met the goal that Dr. Proctor set for her, which was getting under 300 pounds. Ashley was at 359 pounds and is now at 353 for a 6-pound loss, so she has about 5 more pounds to go to meet Dr. Proctor's goal. And Megan was at 312 pounds and she's now at 307, which was a 5-pound loss. And she needed to lose 7 more pounds to meet Dr. Proctor's goal that he had set for her. And that was that. The Fit Farm is done. We can close that chapter. We can move on from that in the show. It's over. The next segment we get is a little trip to a cake tasting with Megan and Tina. They're trying out some cakes. They're taste testing some cakes for a wedding cake for Megan's wedding. And they loosely try to tie this to the Fit Farm, I'm guessing just for like a segue so that it made sense or felt like it flowed. But Megan is like, yeah, the Fit Farm made me realize it's time to push my limits. And so I'm going to also push my limits with the wedding, and we're going to go get some cake. And I was like, I don't know if that segue really worked the way TLC thought it was going to work, but I appreciate the effort on their end. And we hear something from Megan again that we've heard her say already, which is just that she doesn't want a traditional wedding And apparently what that actually means is that she just wants a wedding that's themed around like a Dungeons and Dragons, World of Warcraft situation type of deal. This also means that like she wants a traditional cake still, but she just wants it to have a dragon on it or something like that. I was like, girl, it sounds like you do still want a traditional wedding in terms of like you want the wedding to happen. You just want it to have a kind of like out there theme that maybe most people aren't gonna have. So they're also doing this cake testing and they want to stay on track still. So this cake decorator made them a keto cake and a sugar-free cake.
I do have some options for you guys. This is our keto cake. So this is a vanilla keto cake with keto cream cheese buttercream. Has less than 4 net carbs. And this is a completely sugar-free option. So this is a strawberry cake with a chocolate fudge buttercream, and it's 100% sugar-free.
And I don't know, that just sounds like a little bit miserable to me. And Tina even points out also that this is just like an awful time to do a cake testing situation type of deal.
This wedding cake testing couldn't have come at a worse time. Me and Ashley have a doctor's appointment with Dr. Proctor in less than a week. But the cake would make the wedding more real for Megan, so as a best friend, I guess I have to do what I have to do.
And I was just like, yeah, hi, hello, this is TLC, manufacturing content and situations for them to be in that provide conflict and like a test of their choices and decision making. And certainly there's ways to do a small cake testing without it clearly ruining your whole diet, but it's also clear that like TLC put them in this situation to add some level of drama to the show. And I also just want to say, like, if Megan doesn't want a traditional wedding, then why not just, like, not have cake? You know, like, I literally just went to a wedding last week and there was no cake. There was no cake to be found. Nobody said you have to have a cake. You could have a fucking cake made out of salad if you want. I mean, if you really don't want to do a traditional wedding, like, let's get to, bestie. You get to make the decisions here. But yeah, I don't know. This is the type of, like, forced manufacturing. Like, I get that it actually makes sense in the context of, like, Megan is gonna have a wedding soon and get married soon. But it also, like, didn't have to happen right before Tina was getting ready to go see Dr. Proctor, right? So anyways, I don't know if they actually decide on a cake flavor on a cake or anything. I think the real point was just that, like, Megan left there being like, oh yeah, this is gonna make all the difference in, like, me moving forward with other stuff for the wedding. I feel more confident about my decision making and what I want to do. Which is also just interesting because I'm starting to feel like we actually are gonna get to see a wedding in this season, and I didn't anticipate that there would ever actually be a wedding. I figured that would maybe be something that happened next season, if at all. So the next segment is Vanessa and Ashley going to a bar to try to pick up some gentleman friends. We also get an in-depth analysis of what kind of drinks that they're picking so that they can, like, stay in line and on plan with what Dr. Proctor wants. I do think that's interesting. It's maybe a good way to talk about how you can, you know, make choices while being out that, like, aren't going to hinder your progress overall. But I also feel like TLC, again, was including stuff like that just to, you know, up the ante of, like, don't forget that this is a fucking weight loss show, you know? Like, don't forget that everything in these women's life has to revolve around them losing weight. I will say Ashley gets a diet soda with some whiskey in it, and that's honestly very relatable. I love to get just like a soda water, a vodka soda water situation type of deal. It is low calorie and low sugar, so I do support it. But it, again, just felt like, you know, we can't not forget that all of these women are trying to lose weight. And we get to see Vanessa ready to be on the prowl.
Tonight, I'm on the prowl. I'm not looking for my forever husband. If that happens, it happens. But basically, I'm here to get a little bit of attention, possibly somebody to go home with, and maybe a baby daddy for Ashley.
And honestly, I appreciate her little, like, Mr. Right Now fantasy. She's not here for a long time. She's here for a good time situation type of deal. And there are definitely a lot of cuties at the bar. They show a lot of, like, cute men that are very attractive to me, so I assume also very attractive to Vanessa and Ashley. And they walk up to some cuties that are playing pool, and Vanessa comes on strong.
Well, how would y'all feel about like a pool tournament, you know? We can have a lot of fun, can't we?
This is our girlfriend.
My goodness.
Oh.
Honestly, I felt like the girlfriends walking up situation was not as big of a deal as Ashley was making it. Like, literally at most, Vanessa asked if they could play pool. It's not like anybody like full on hit on these men or anything like that. But I do appreciate the brief drama and sort of, I guess, maybe understand where Ashley's coming from when she was already feeling insecure about going up to men to begin with. But overall, I do agree with some of like the words of wisdom that Vanessa tries to give Ashley about like approaching people while at the bar.
I don't want to sit at the bar and be a spitster.
I know.
You like to sit. There's no way in hell you're going to meet a man sitting at a bar waiting on them to come up.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I agree, like having gone to bars with the intentions of like wanting to meet somebody a lot in my past life, like ain't nobody gonna come up to you if you're just sitting coy and shy looking at the bar drinking alone with your friends, you know? Like I learned very early on that like if I wanted to meet new people that I had to do that on my own to some extent, because a lot of people are all in that same boat, right? Like a lot of people are like, I want to go up to these other people. I don't want to get rejected. I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to say the wrong thing. And the reality is like, if you process it, you go up to this stranger, you say something that's embarrassing or they reject you, you never have to see that person again. Like, that's the joy, unless you go to that bar all the time and they're also there all the time. But even then, it's like, why do you care what this stranger thinks? Honestly, though, like, meeting people in a bar is not the gig or move, in my opinion. I think that there are other places and other ways to meet a partner, especially in this day and age, and most people at the bar are just looking for Mr. Right Now like Miss Vanessa is. And Vanessa decides that she wants to ride the mechanical bull because allegedly she's never rode a bull before.
I want to get on that bull.
No.
Please.
No, bitch.
I've never rode a bull in my life.
And?
Well, I've rode a couple bulls, but...
Vanessa, don't do it. Please.
Ooh, what do you know about riding a bull, Vanessa? Why did I say it like that? And she does actually end up riding the bull. She looks like she's having a good time.
Make it move! Oh! Damn, I ain't seen that much action in a while! Woo!
And it's so good to see her getting so much support from the people in the bar. Like, people were literally cheering her on, and I'm sure that's a much different experience for Vanessa. And I think also a testament to just like her willingness to put herself out there. And conveniently, while at the bar, Ashley just happens to stumble upon a flyer for a drag queen confidence event.
So I'm at the bar refreshing my drink, and I see this flyer that says Drag Queen Confidence.
And y'all, that is such a scam. This is just another manufactured thing by TLC. And I don't know, I'll talk about this more, but like, I understand to some extent that all reality television is manufactured. And it all makes sense that, like, they have to set up unique things for them to be doing, because if we just sat and watched them sitting on their couches at home, it would not be interesting. And certainly the manufactured drag queen story hour is a little bit better than some of the other situations, but I don't know. A lot of these things just don't feel organic. And that is something that other reality shows are able to make happen. And so I just wish that TLC could figure out what the magic formula is to make some of these things seem more organic and natural, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, they go to this drag queen confidence event, and on the way, Megan has to go up some stairs, and she just knows. She just knows that steps will eventually be the end of her.
Trying to get up steps, I'm gonna kill myself. I almost fell.
I had a dream one time that I actually died on a set of steps. So yes, steps will definitely probably be how I go. Here lies Megan.
And while Ashley found this flyer that was allegedly for this event, somehow miraculously, the only people to show up to the drag queen confidence event were the four besties.
Oh, baby!
Wow.
Yes!
I do really appreciate Santana Manhattan, though, the drag queen that they have come do this segment. She seems like a good time, and it does seem like she has some, like, worthwhile, like, affirmations and confidence boosting activities for them to do. For instance, she gives us the 5 pillars of confidence that every queen needs.
The 5 pillars of confidence are finding your persona, walk it, bend and pose, it, and putting it all together.
So that starts off with all of the girls having to come up with, like, essentially a drag queen persona name. Megan goes by Sweet Misery. Ashley is Monique Sachet. Tina goes by Michelle Azalea. And Vanessa goes by Angel DeVille.
Angel DeVille. There's many times that I have a heart of gold. I'm a good person. I will do you right, but at the same time, I will ruin your life. Now that I had my surgery, oh my God, I feel like I'm embracing the angel side of things.
And I appreciate actually that Vanessa is acknowledging that, you know, surgery and having more confidence and feeling better about herself is bringing out a more, like, sweeter side to her, a more angel side to her, because I think there has been such a change in her attitude and behavior since the first season, and we didn't really get any kind of, like, explanation of why she changed overnight. I'm sure some of that was probably, like, the perception that people had of her on the show in the first season and things like that. But, you know, it's good to see that she has done some reflecting to think about, like, why, you know, she is a different person today than she was in season 1. After they pick their name, they all have to do a little walking on the runway moment situation type of deal.
All right.
And I'm gonna try to drop.
Ow.
Okay, but making that look so bathroomy.
Okay, I know. I need to hold on. We got you.
Bathroomy. It's a little better, so like it hurt. We're gonna make it work. It's all right.
And then they have to do a bend and pose moment, and Ashley was giving.
At the bar, you see a nice, handsome young man over there. He looking at you. Give him a smile. Now, give him a picture. Give him a pose. Show him what you're giving. Ooh, girl, that's marriage.
Like, seduce him, girly. He was seduced. They had a fuck it moment where they had to, like, say, like, oh, fuck whatever thing I want to get over. It was a little too similar to the whole moment that they had with Chris at the Fit Farm, so anything they had to say there didn't really add anything for me, didn't give any of them any more depth than they already had. And at the end, they did have to do, like, one final collective, like, walk it out, pose, serve on the runway. They got props and like costume situation types of deals. And that was cute. It was fine. It was whatever. And so, like I said, this felt like a very forced moment that probably wouldn't have naturally happened for the girls. And it was obviously a setup for them. Like, producers made this little situation happen. But I do think it's better than most of the forced moments we've had on this season, at least, because we've seen a lot of repetitive behavior of, like, they all go to eat somewhere together. They all go do some kind of new workout that's not really new and it's just the same, but it's in a different location with a different trainer. And so it doesn't feel, like, repetitive like all the other episodes had felt. And I also feel like it introduced a new concept of them, like, continuing to work on their mental health, who they are as people, work on their confidence, which is something that I don't think we've gotten as much of from other parts of the show this season. And then the episode ends with Tina and Ashley going to see good old Daddy Proctor, and y'all, he is looking fine as ever.
Guys, Ashley,
Dr. Proctor.
it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Hey, Tina, how are you?
Hello, I'm good.
Good to see you. All right. How you been?
I've been good.
Ashley and Tina both talk about how they have reintroduced regular walking and, like, walking as exercise into their lives after being at the Fit Farm. And Tina mentions to Dr. Proctor that she used to run back in the day and she'd like to get back into that eventually. And Daddy Proctor suggests that they all should go run a 5K with him and his colleagues in his office.
Well, you know, along those lines, our practice tries a couple times a year to do a run. We invite a bunch of patients, we get everybody who wants to within the practice, usually it's most of the folks, And we do these 5 and 10Ks.
Like, they should really give Daddy Proctor a producer credit if he doesn't already have one, because at this point he's coming up with silly ideas for them to all participate in. First it was the Fit Farm, and now it's a goddamn 5K. Granted, I'm sure some TLC producers did say, like, hey, here's this thing. You should suggest it during this segment, and then they're gonna do it regardless in the next episode anyways, you know, kind of a thing. But honestly, Ashley and I are on the same page.
I just came here to be approved for weight loss surgery, and now I'm being roped into a 5K. That's over 3 miles. I mean, I've been walking, but not that far.
Like, girlie just came here for fucking weight loss surgery, and now you're gonna make her do a 5K? Get fucking real, bestie. So both Ashley and Tina do weigh-ins. Ashley goes first, and she's at 347.6 pounds, so that means she's lost about 6 pounds since she was at the Fit Farm, which also means that she met Daddy Proctor's goal, and he does say that they can get her scheduled for surgery. Tina weighs in, and she is now at 289 pounds, so she's lost another 6 pounds since the Fit Farm, and she's also met Daddy Proctor's goal. But for whatever reason, the cliffhanger they leave things on is that Daddy Proctor says that he can't approve Tina today. So I feel like it's probably something real innocent, like she still needs to meet with like a therapist or a dietitian, or somebody else has to check off some approvals for her. I'm guessing it's innocent, and that we'll find out what happens very quickly, and it'll get resolved very quickly next week. I feel like that's how all of the cliffhangers on both the 1,000 Pound Sisters and the Besties are. Like, I feel like they both have these like crazy cliffhangers that all get resolved and wrapped up in the first 5 minutes of the next episode. So, speaking of next week, what you can look forward to is they do participate in the 5K. They also have a bachelorette weekend party. And for whatever reason, the bachelorette party is apparently where Tina just has to tell Megan that she can't live with them anymore, which, like, I'm just so fascinated about, because I feel like there would probably be better times, but again, like, we need this manufactured drama, so, like, yeah, let's do it at the bachelorette party. Like, let's ruin friendships. Let's fucking go. Anyways, that's all I have for this week. Overall, like I said, it felt like there was a lot of stuff that happened, but, like, nothing with the plot really moved all that much. I don't know. I enjoyed the episode. It's not my favorite, but also this show isn't my favorite show in the whole world. I, like, enjoy it, but it's not something that I'm just, like, chomping at the bit every week to turn on and watch and recap for you all. I am enjoying it though, so no worries. I would not be here doing something I don't enjoy. I'm too old. I am 34 years old. I learned a long time ago not to sit around and do shit I don't want to do if I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel me now? Alright, great. Good. That's all I have time for today. If you enjoyed today's video and you're brand new to my channel, make sure to subscribe as always and hit the bell button so you get notifications every single time I post a new video. And I have plenty of videos this week. I post usually Monday through Friday every single day, so if you missed something, go check it out. Also, leave me a comment, hit like, click, share, and follow me on all my social media, including Twitch, including my merch, including Cameo, all the things. And above all else, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!